Vicky Rowe, something is wrong with you, Vicky. Let me tell y'all, this video has been going around. I got it from Unlock Tasha K. And on this video, it is so sick. It is so sick. Whoa, Vicky is up on here laughing as her friend is talking about unaliving a baby. Okay. And I got China, which is Chrisean Rock's sister. She speaks on it. And she says that Woah Vicky was the one that paid this black girl to diss Chrisean Rock, all because of hatred, all because of jealousy. And it is a lot to be discussed about this. How y'all doing? What's going on before I get started? Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And yes, also, I did a vote, and most people want to talk about Chrisean Rock eviction, and that has been doing its rounds as well. Everybody is talking about the house. A lot of people thought that Chrisean Rock owned this house. It came out. People are saying she never said she owned the house. Let's just get that clear. They are saying that no, y'all got it wrong. Chrisean Rock never said that she owned the house. However, Chrisean Rock did say that she has paid 12 months for rent. She says she paid up for a year up to rent. So people want to know what is going on. You know, Chrisean Rock, usually she puts it all on the floor. She'll let everybody know what's going on. If she's packing, she'll let y'all know I'm packing. I got to move out the house. For her to be so quiet on this situation, and it's been out for hours and hours and hours, and she's not responding to this, she's not clearing it up. Something is up. What is up behind the scenes? Because this listing just hit this today. As you guys can see my screen, clear as day, it says October the 20th, 2023, relisted, and that's her house going for 2.69. So I don't know. It's a lot of speculation that's going on. And another creepy thing was that Whack 100 5 days ago, he predicted this. Whack 100 5 days ago, and I'll look up the audio for those that don't believe, he said that Chrisean Rock will be evicted out of an Airbnb. Now, he didn't say she was living in a rent. He didn't say it was a house. He said an Airbnb. So I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to look in the comment section, and I do have the phone lines up. So if you guys want to get up here and make some clear, we will address everything. Okay. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to play a little audio. This is some video clips from when Chrisean Rock was talking about the house. She was so excited about the house. And also, she was dissing other people that criticized her. She said, oh, y'all don't got as much money as I do, bragging about the house. I'll stay in a $2.69 million house, and you have nothing. And people assumed that she has made it big. People assumed that this was her house. People assumed that she owned this house. However, the chicken has came home to roost, and she is not the owner of this house. But people are saying she already cleared it up. She told everybody she was never the owner. She told everybody she was renting, and she paid up to 12 months. Now, people are saying that may be true. She paid up to 12 months, but she only stayed there 1 month. What is going on? Why was she just staying here for 1 month? And why would you move all your clothes up in here to move out in a month? Do that make sense to you? I don't know. To move all your stuff up here just for 1 month? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. What's really going on? Some people are making it claims that Chrisean Rock is still staying in the house. I don't know. I think if she was still standing in that house, isn't Chrisean Rock the type to get on here and say, all that stuff is fake news, they're lying, look at me, I'm still in this house, I'm still rocking off in this mansion. So She's very quiet. So I see some people say, I don't believe it. What part don't you believe? It's a lot of things to believe, and there's a lot of things not to believe. Which part? People are saying Zeus is not going to save her. She's burning her bridges with them anyways. Tori, I didn't know that. If she is burning bridges, I need you to call up here and let us know. We all deserve to know. We are very invested in Chrisean Rock. We see Chrisean Rock as our own. She's our family member. She's our cousin, our sister. And yeah, sometimes I criticize her, but it's in love. It is not, I have no ill will intention. It is all to get some correction and some straightening going on. Sometimes you need to put some straightening on these young people backs, okay? Because ain't nobody else gonna put no straightening on their back. So sometimes I gotta be the one to put some straightening in their back, okay? Okay. All right, because I'm not gonna be around kissing nobody behind, okay? So I wasn't raised like that, okay? So these are the pictures from the listing, and this is, I think, one of her last lives from that house. So child, it is a lot to unpack. I'm gonna play this clip.
At the basketball court through the whole entire house. Like, how cool is this house? The pool. I kind of up the pool. I've been coming to my backyard and it been therapy for me. Like, I'll be just chilling in my backyard. Okay, let me show you the speakers. So I got a surround sound at the basketball court through the whole entire house. Like, how cool is this house? The pool. I kind of up the pool. I've been coming to my backyard and it been therapy for me. Like,
so it's
the
been
PIN you entered does not match the PIN you have on file for your account. Please re-enter your PIN.
I guess she said it's been therapy for her to go in her backyard, and maybe it was her backyard for 1 month. I don't know if she's
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
I
Goodbye.
cannot stand talking when they're talking. I want to know, do you guys still do you guys feel in your heart that Chrisean Rock is still at that residence? Do you think that she is still staying there? Press 1 if you feel like she is still staying there. Press 4 if you feel like she is not still standing there. I think if you are standing there, it's dangerous because everybody knows your address. You have crazy fans, Chrisean Rock. Your fans sometimes can be kind of dangerous. And I just think it's dangerous for her to continue to stay there if she's in fact still staying there. I know I wouldn't. I don't care.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
The day people know where I'm at, the day I'm moving. Okay. So Caddy said she is confused. Well, call in, let us know what is the confusion. What part?
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions.
What part don't you understand? What part don't you get?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4,
I can't even talk.
2, 1.
So you hear the radio show is on. So this is the time where you guys can call in, ask any questions. If you guys are confused about anything, I'm going to clear it up. Feel free to call in and let us know your thoughts about this. If you have an opinion, you want to know why Chrisean is doing this or why somebody is doing that, call in. Let's talk about it. And we're going to get to the nitty and the gritty of it, okay? Right here at the Messy Sweet Spot, where it's always messy with a little bit of sweetness, okay? Because that's the way I like it. Okay. So at the end, it says here, this is Chrisean Rock people, and they're speaking. They says, I'm happy for her, but I have no idea who is her financial advisor. To rent a house this expensive is just crazy. Okay. I'm pretty sure that she doesn't understand finances. Okay. Shit. Calling from 312. You are live on the air. 31. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Great.
So I've been watching this for a little minute, right?
Right.
And I'm just trying to figure out, why would she want to be paying $13,000 to live in this house anyway?
Okay, the reason why she wants to pay $13,000 in this house, when you come from the bottom and you can just be in a house like this. It's called leveling up. She's part of Hollywood. She want to fake it till she makes it. She has been around Hollywood parties. She's been around a little bit of here, a little bit of there. And Chrisean Rock, she feels highly of herself. She wants to live in a lavish place. You know, she is in fantasy land. She is in la la land. She's not thinking, you know, long term. You know, a lot of people, I tell you this, back when Tupac and Biggie was living, and you would talk to those young men and they would tell you, I don't think I'm going to live till I reach the age 25. You would have a lot of black people that you would talk to as teenagers. They felt that they were not going to make it to see the age 21. You understand? And I want to know, have you guys heard and seen that mindset? Press 1 if you have, press 5 if you've never heard of that. So in that mindset, they are just living lavish. They are not thinking about the future. They want to show out. They want to live for the gram. She is a girl that is an influencer. She does everything on social media, even though she doesn't come off like she really cares about Mercedes. And here, she don't come off as materialistic, which gives me the idea, was this her idea or was this somebody else planting ideas inside her?
Gigi, I definitely think she come off as materialistic.
Really?
I think different ways of people being materialistic. One, anytime that you have a baby and you have 7 chains around your neck, you're materialistic. And that's just period. I have a child and I have jewelry myself. And there's no way in hell I'm going to embrace my kid for the first time and I can't properly put him on my chest to do skin to skin because I'm trying to show the world how many diamonds I have that we done seen thousands of times because it's the same diamonds, except for that little ugly blue face chain that she wears that she tries to give the excuse of she bought it so she's going to wear it. Give or take, that's fine. But it's also something called a jewelry box. You could put that up and fit that away for your kid later if it's supposedly for your kid. You know, I just think she's moving fast to try to get Blueface reaction because she want to prove to him so much that she could do it on her own. She could do it on her own. By all means, Chrisean, do it on your own. I give her that. But you don't jump into something and spend $13,000 on a home that you could have took that money and actually invested into a home and actually be a real owner. Now this home is back up for listing. Now what? Now what? Because all we see is a Fashion Nova closet. I didn't see nothing for the baby. Where's the baby room? Where's the baby stuff? You bought a swing for the first time when you moved in the apartment. Why weren't you prepared for this baby like you were prepared to spend $20,000 on this chain that you studied saying, I bought it, I'm aware. No, you only bought that chain so Jaden wouldn't have it. Let's just put that out there because that was already said. And Gigi, I don't know if you elaborated on the interview with her and Jason Lee, but I can't wait till you do that because
you know, I would say this. You give me another perspective, you know, for that chain to cost that much and for her to wear it just because she is in competition with Jaden. She is in competition with the baby mom. And, you know, I've heard those tales, but I didn't want to believe it. They were telling me she want to have more babies so she can out baby Jaden. And I said, I don't know.
I don't know if you know. It's true because she just recently said she was in the car with Jonathan and he took her C ring. You know, she has ROCK on her hand, her ring. And he took the C ring, or it fell off because they got into a quote unquote altercation in the car. And she stated that you can tap me, you can see me, you could get this, but you can't see your son. But then she stated that she'll be pregnant again. But now it's a diss out about him. So she, you know, I'm team Chrisean because I'm a girl's girl, but I'm also a girl's girl that gotta have common sense. And you have a baby now. All that she's young. I had a baby at 17, and there's no way on this God-given earth I was playing with my son's father like that or playing with myself. Because most of all, you're playing with yourself. This man shows you every day every single chance that he gets that you never meant nothing to him. You don't mean nothing to him. The man got on Jason Lee's show and said, I have one baby mama and 2 kids. Let's move on.
Wow. He said that?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
He made that.
And how does she respond? I know she's hurting from that. That has to hurt.
Chrisean her response is, my boo, I don't really want to drop the video. I never really wanted to do a diss. I don't want Blue to get mad. I don't want to upset Blue. He's still my friend. But I thought he was a pedo for exposing your son's genitalia online, right? I thought the police was finna get involved, right? I thought y'all was going to court, right? Right. All that was just lies because you were in your feelings that this man, and I give or take, it was disgusting for him to put his son out there like that, the way the world is set up, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I kind of understand this male perspective of me dealing with this woman, and it's supposed to be my kid, but she's so busy running around the football games in Baltimore and running around the concerts and trying to be at the concert with him because she found out Jaden Alexis was at the concert with him. He like, first of all, bitch, you worried about too much. You sent me this picture of my son 2 weeks ago. And you still haven't took him to the doctor because you study saying, I'm scared. Blueface put that picture out there because Chrisean wasn't taking what was going on with her son serious until the public knew about it. She's the problem. And they know exactly what type of person Blueface is. He put himself out there on Front Street. I can't stand him. I'm not defending him. Let me just put that out there. But he put himself on Front Street, and he's definitely honest about the type of person he is and the type of person you're getting yourself involved with. She is manipulating herself to believe that he's going to be something else that he's not. And he clearly shows her this every chance he gets.
I get it. It's like having a monster, a big, creepy, scary, nasty monster, and you have a female cousin of yours that keep going on to this nasty monster that's a care, and you keep telling her don't go, and she keeps going, and she's coming back, and then she's gone. It's that type of thing where you just gonna have to throw in the towel and say, girl, keep your ass over there with that monster, because you are attracting evilness and nastiness in my mind. I can't have peace of mind because I'm worried about you and that monster. You keep coming up here, you're telling me all the negative things he does and all the horrible things he is, but yet you're going back over there.
I don't know if you all noticed too that she stood up and make the excuse of, oh, I'm a single mom. By the way, I'm a single mom too. And I didn't agree with this. But I'm a single mom, so I have to dress more boyish so my son won't come out a certain type of way. Newsflash, the way the mother or the father dress does not change your child's sexual preference now or later. So she pissed me off when she said that. Second of all, you're interpreting Blue's personality from the way she wear her hat, that's Blueface. From the way she wear these ugly shades that she wear, that's Blueface. Fashion Nova redid your whole closet, and all you could talk about is, I need more boyish stuff. No, you're steady trying to embrace this man's energy so much that you're kind of turning into him. The way she moves, the way she talks. And somebody had to put her on game because lately when she performed with Sexy Red, she had heels on and she really kind of looked back like herself. But other than that, she was trying to interpret this man so much that she was starting to act like him, talk like him, move like him. No.
Oh,
and he still
God.
Goes lay up with little old Stewie. He still goes back over. I don't care what they call her. He still goes back to this lady. He still goes back to her. And Chrisean sometimes try to be like her. Oh, okay, well, Jaden Alexis listens. She does this, she does that. That does not work for you because, one, he does not respect you. When you sit up there and you let this man operate your whole business, you put all your money into his hand. You put your career into his hand. You put everything into his hands, and you trusted him. And he turned around and showed you exactly who he was. And I'm sorry, I don't I don't be feeling bad for her. If anything, I feel bad for Junior because he's absorbing all this energy. You're crying and holding him. You're screaming and you holding him. This, I don't know if they know, just because the baby don't understand and Blueface tried to say, well, the baby's only a month old. He's not going to remember anything until he's 3, right?
Wow.
Both of y'all are dumb. Both
That's
of y'all
so
are dumb.
ignorant.
I'm so sorry for this baby.
Like,
Yes,
why would
so
he
sorry.
say such a thing? Have he done his report? Have he done his research on babies and how they, they learn and they pick up as infants?
Well, last time I checked, babies can remember scent. Babies can remember just like they remember their heartbeat from their mother. Give or take, I'm sure he don't know what his mama's face looks like, but he can sense her sense of smell. He can hear her heartbeat. You know, he knows her sense of touch.
Yes.
And he would know the same thing from his father. You're taking that away from your kid because you're in your feelings because a guy came out that stated that he used to mess with her or he was messing around with her, or she came out and said when she stole his car, she stole the car to go be with the ex. The same way you throw things in her face about, and you're on Jason Lee's show and you kissing all on Jaden Alexa's shoulder and you rubbing all on her. Yes, give or take, that may be genuine, but y'all doing the same thing to each other. It's toxic, it's dysfunctional, it's abusive on so many different levels. You don't have to be beating her to a bloody pulp to be abusing her mentally. Like, she's mentally not herself. If you go back and look at her running track and going to homecoming and doing her little YouTube videos, Chrisean is not Chrisean. She is rock. She's rock. She's showing us who rock is. And she speak all this God over her. God blessed be. And we woke up this morning, God got us. Yes, but where do you move in life when you don't take the information that you give out to the public? Why don't you take that information and feed that to yourself enough to not want to deal with this man? He's not good enough to be around your son. He's not good enough where he has to expose your kid or whatever situation that you guys are dealing with, but he's good enough to insert his penis.
Oh, God, don't. No! Oh.
What? You feel comfortable with sitting up, allowing the internet to know that this man put you through all of this, from us seeing y'all fight outside, him snatching your chains. He put you out the house that he gets on Instagram live with him, his baby mama, and his 2 kids. And you walk around proudly. You got put out, baby girl. And you still let this man enter you. You have a baby by this man, and he says, no, I have 2 kids, not 3. And you still let this man enter inside you. I'm disgusted. When I look at her and I hear her speak, I wish she was my little sister. You know, I don't know if you watched the one where she was on live and she was listening to what Kevin Gates was saying, and it went deeper into another blogger discussing how he think or feel about her, and she took that information in and she started to cry. I wish he tuned in more to what other people have to say, far as give or take, F what other people think, right? But when right is right, right is right. And when wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong. And you putting all this information on display. Chrisean, I don't know if you will hear this, but newsflash, baby girl, everybody's not broke. Just because we're not celebrities and we're not famous, everybody's not broke, okay? I have diamonds like you have. I'm sure, Gigi, you got diamonds too, and other callers listening. I'm sure other people have nice cars and nice homes and stuff too. Everybody's not broke because we have an opinion about your stupidity.
Well, she put it on display.
That doesn't make sense.
She makes money off of it. It's for entertainment. She wants us to see it.
Well, you make money.
Yes, so I can't fault anybody for having an opinion. You know, that's what she wants. And I think I did see that video you were referring to with Kevin, and he said, and I didn't care for it. I tell you, he said that he is loyal like Chrisean. He said he's stupid. And he refers to her as stupid because we're just stupid and we're so loyal.
I understand what Kevin Gates was saying. Sometimes people truth is people truth, no matter how they put it. You know, he could have had another way to say it or interpret it, but he's speaking on internet terms, internet world. And that's the best way for the internet to understand exactly what he's saying. And that is the truth. That is what it is. Kevin Gates is married. He's been married off and on with him and his wife for years. He has dated other women. She has done her thing. And then they still decide to come together as a whole and be married. I don't know his story, but based off what I do know, what he's saying to imply that he's relatable to her makes a lot of sense. So as a man, I have never heard a man come out to say, hey, Chrisean, I'm relatable to you. It's not just you. I get it. And give or take, he's right. I've been dumb. I've been stupid. I sat around with a man I shouldn't have sat around with. I done gave chances to a man I should not have gave chances to. I done bought things and gave money because in a sense I thought, well, maybe if I show this man how I want to be treated or how I deserve to be treated, he'll precipitate my energy. Newsflash, Chrisean, that does not happen. That just shows them how less to treat you. That just shows them how much more they can walk over you. That just shows them how much they don't have to put the time and energy in to actually take the time out to know you and love you. Do y'all really even know each other? Somebody asked Chrisean the other day, what was her favorite color? And she said pink. Can somebody tell me how many times we done seen Chrisean with pink on? Because she wears blue, 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 blue so much. I don't even like the color, actually.
Well, you know, I hear what you're saying and I get what you're saying, but how I took it was this first. And we're talking about Kevin and his comments about saying how he's so stupid to be loyal. My thing is this. What about loyalty to yourself? Where are your morals, your values? Where is your integrity? Do you know yourself? So once you have that established, your boundaries, things you will not cross, your self-love, knowing that I'm not going to put myself in dangerous circumstances. I'm not going to put myself in a line of fire where I can get arrested. So when you get involved with someone and you become so loyal to them that you have no loyalty to yourself, you become lost in the sauce. And why should they have loyalty to you when they know it doesn't require it? It does not require me to be loyal to you in order for to get your loyalty. I didn't have to work for it. You gave it. It's free. That's what it's worth. Why should I bend over backwards when I don't have to?
Sometimes our thought process comes from when we were kids. A lot of people don't realize you still internalize that inner child. Just because we were a child at once upon a time, it does not disappear. We still have that inner child. And by Chrisean being a sibling of all these siblings, and her mother and father went through what they went through, I could actually see a young girl parents who really didn't have time for her. Siblings who they were trying to pour into each other, but they also were trying to protect each other based on certain allegations that were put out there. Also, she has these godparents that raised her. So it was almost like everybody was trying to grab her and protect her. Nobody was really pouring into her. So Blueface, initially, he said when Chrisean came to him, he said she did not have a birth certificate. She did not have a social security card. She did not have a bank account. She did not have a driver's license. She didn't have a state ID. She has absolutely nothing. So he grabbed her and he did what everybody else did. Picked her up to try to protect her. And he poured into her and she received all that love. And no matter what he does now, because he took her in and he poured into her, that she does not see, this is foul. I don't deserve this.
And that's why it's so important to teach your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your daughters, and your sons self-love. Is to teach them to have their own morals and values. To ask your sons and daughters, what are your boundaries? What would you allow, what you won't allow? And is it honest, or you're just saying it because you hear somebody else saying it? And test them, see where they are. We're all going to get challenged in this life. Life is not easy. We all go through the test, and it's a continuation test. As long as you're still living, you will be tested.
Yes, he will. And I'm just calling in to give my testimony because again, I'm not really here to really judge Chrisean. But I guess you can say it's judgment because I'm giving my opinion. But this is my opinion from I was a young girl that, like I said, I had a child young and I lost both of my parents at a very early age with having a child. And I wasn't guided properly by family members after she left. I had to learn a lot the hard way. So I know she's learning the hard way. But she do have people pouring into her. That sister that gets on live to try to speak into her, to try to speak into you can't worry about and you can't control what others do. You can't control how others treat you. You can only control yourself. And if you control yourself and focus on your child and pour all that, she took all the time and energy she put into wearing blue face. All the time and energy she put into getting this man put on her face that disowned her and her child later on in life. She put all that energy, all that fuck blue face into loving her kid and to loving herself. We wouldn't know nothing that's going on with Blueface. Do you know how irrelevant he would be if she would never speak his name? Because who else is speaking of him? Besides Jaden and Alexis and walking around being a Barbie with sticks on her legs. Who else is speaking about this man? Nobody. Nothing. Chrisean, we see her on the internet. Chrisean, we see her on Baddies. Chrisean, we could go type up Blue Girls Club and we could see her on there. Chrisean, we could type in and see her on the TV show when she had to go through all the little tournaments and stuff and she won the whatever that is called. We could see her on different things. Blueface, what besides Blueface baby, Bust Down Tatiana, he's not really relevant. She's keeping this man name alive and he's only making money because of the beef that they have, and I just really wish she understood her worth and just leave him where he is. Leave him where he is. You could put that cat on ice. It's not going nowhere. It's not going to melt. It's not going to disappear. Put that cat on ice and focus on your kid. Focus on your music. All the money that you said you walked away with empty pockets like a fool, focus on filling those pockets back up. Because people do love you and people are rooting for you. But I think she will get to a point where she will tarnish her name in this industry and in this internet world because if she noticed the internet has a short attention span, they forget stuff real quick and don't care real quick. That same thing can happen to her eventually because people would get tired. We're absorbing this energy, hearing all this trauma this lady is going through. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm an empath. So every time I hear something she's going through, I feel bad for her. I pray for her. And then I turn around and see something else goofy. I want my prayer back. Because what are we doing here, Chrisean? What are we doing? Do you guys know that she has this tattoo on the side of her head and her head is shaped like that? Not because it's a style and not because she likes it, but because this man snatched her braids out that her hair does not grow right there no more? And you want to lay up with this man?
I didn't know that.
Yes, she said it. You're the reason, Blue. You're the reason why I had to get this tattoo and shave this out of my head because you snatched my hair out.
Wow.
So there's bald spots right there.
Wow.
She had to eventually tattoo the area and keep it shaved.
Unreal. And they are still allowing him space in this Black community. Nobody is pulling their feet to the fire. And I guess this is just a new world. You know, this is a new age and this is just how things are.
Well, Chrisean never pressed charges. Chrisean never reached out and said, I'm tired of the abuse he's putting me through. Like, for instance, if you're familiar with Karina and Flo situation, Karina came out and displayed her story. She pressed charges. She went to the police. You know, she got away from her abuser, whether it was her causing and acting on it, whether it was him causing and acting on it, whatever it was, she got away. Chrisean keeps, oh, I love Blue, we're friends. Can somebody tell my baby daddy to call me private, to call me no caller ID? Can somebody, like, she feeds that. So if she's feeding it and she's still accepting him, the internet is not going to look at it like she's in distress. The internet is not going to look at it like she's in harm's way or she's scared or she needs help, right? They're going to just look at it like, y'all fighting each other. This is What type of drugs involved? I don't know. I can't speak on. But clearly, let's just say alcohol, so to speak, was a big factor for them. So I really look at them like Bobby and Whitney. They were a new age Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston that the world just looked at like, this is what they're doing. This is what they do. If she needs help, she has the resources to get it. You know, she got $1 million baby, right? Right. She has resources. She doesn't need those resources because she's inflicting and he's inflicting. They're both inflicting onto each other. But as a girl's girl, Chrisean, enough is enough as a woman. Watching you go through this, enough is enough. And like her sister said, there's nothing we can do. She's grown. She's going to do what she want to do. But those friends you got around you are a piece of SHIT. Because there's no way I'm finna live in the house that my friend is renting and allow this man to come around and not claim my godchild or my friend's child. And I have to witness this. But as soon as she snap her fingers and say, go fight a girl, I'm running to go fight a girl. But you can't snap your fingers to voice your opinion about your friend and what she's going through with this man. Come on now. Chrisean, be my friend. Hit me up, girl. I got you. Because this right here is ridiculous. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's just watching her just hurt and have trauma and have pain. And it's so sad. I feel like I'm related to her at this point. Really. And you speak so highly of her, and I love watching you and the information that you give pertaining to her. But, Gigi, some of this stuff is just, I just don't understand. It's a $2 million house that you're paying $13,000 a month on, and it just went back up for relisting. How? Why? I know you're paying your rent.
Well, you know what? We have to give the time and all answers will be revealed. So I don't know. I don't know if she have somebody else over it that she trusted to pay and they did not. I don't know if she knows everything. It definitely feels like at times she is a puppet. And that's,
I agree.
you know, that's what it seems like. She is definitely a puppet. And she don't realize she is getting played at every corner. From Zeus Network to Blueface, she's getting played. And I just think that even though it's fun in games for her, all this trauma, she's doing it now. She's young. She's not feeling it. Eventually, as you get older, if she is blessed to get older, it's going to all come crashing down. It's just like when you're young and you eat whatever you want to eat. As you get older, it's all going to come. So
I definitely agree.
Yep. Well, anything else you would like to say? You definitely have been a blessing, and I thank you for opening up my eyes and telling me different things about Chrisean Rock I had no idea about.
You know, we'll be seeing something new happening, you know, as your supporter, and just tuning you into supposedly what Vicky set up and let her friend talk about how she was gonna off the baby since nobody wants the baby or wants to claim the baby. Her friend said that she will off the baby for everybody, and Woah Vicky, disgusting, sat right there condoning it. So, yep, that right there. So we'll be seeing that when Chrisean beat this girl up and bust her all up and they have to go to court. This will be a new thing because Chrisean is not only fighting for her baby now, she's fighting for herself like she always has. That's why she's such a fighter, because she's always had to fight for her life.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know people like that, but that's nobody to play with.
I would love to know.
Open up a can.
Yeah, I would love to know your take on the Woah Vicky situation. I was taken back because every time I hear Whoa Vicky, even though I don't think it's genuine, she always talking about God this and God that. And just for me, traditionally, her actions and the way she goes about things, it does not add up. However, I stay back. That's not my lane. You know, I don't know much about her, but to see her snicker and laughter about a baby getting unalive, it was just sickening. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What?
I'm familiar. I'm kind of an influencer, so I'm up on all these type of people, and I've actually been in Woah Vicky's space at one point in time in my life. Woah Vicky is another puppet. She's a young lady that stated to the public that she was an ethnic African American woman as a joke. And that's what got her popularity. And that's why she knows all these people with all these resources, and she has the platform that she has. All of a sudden, she went through the relationship that she was dealing with another young man, and they tried to get into God and be one with each other. That relationship didn't work out, so I guess she tried to take another leap of faith and be one with God. But when you stand with God, you don't stand next to nobody that's speaking harm. I don't care if it's for clout. I don't care if it's for whatever. You don't sit next to somebody and allow them to speak of offing a baby. You're disgusting and you're sick. Want some more attention. She was on the baddies and she already got beat up and tried to press charges on Chrisean. It's just all for attention with her. All for attention. She wants Chrisean to beat her up. She wants that. She wants.
Wow.
She absolutely wants that. She wants Chrisean to beat her up. You see, she's sitting here. She's laughing. She's looking at the girl because, of course, she wants to be that color. She wants to be one of those, you know, lovely looking melanin people. She wants to be one of those. I'm one too. That's why I could speak like that. But she wants to be one of those. This is all a game. Otherwise, she would have said, friend, we're not going to do that. This girl would beat my ass. She don't have a baby in her no more, and that's not right to speak on with a baby.
Or she could have said, no, stop. That is not of God. I don't represent that. I am a Christian, and that's not what I'm about. Yes, I dislike that lady, but we can pray.
Gigi, if you watch Baddies East,
I have yet not to watch it. I haven't watched.
This lady stood up there and quoted something about love Jesus, praise Jesus, after these women just got done in a brawl, blood everywhere, blood on shirts, people mouths bleeding, there's knots all over people's heads. She loves Jesus. Everyone loves. It's a time and a place for everything. And guess what happened? Chrisean said, oh, she want to be funny, and she sent her friend over there to attack that girl, and that's exactly what her friend did. So what do you think? Everybody lives in LA. LA is a really small, little, nasty little place that is not hard to run into each other. Woah Vicky is just chasing clout the hardest she can right now, and it's gonna turn around and not benefit her at the end. And it's gonna turn around and she's gonna get her ass. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna get exactly what she's looking for.
Well, you know, I think if she wanted to chase clout this day and age, if she would take herself into the straight and narrow in the Christian platform, they will love her over there. A reborn from the world to now she's living her life straight and narrow. But clearly, maybe it's just a look.
Not to cut you off, Gigi, since you said the word rebirth, and this thought just popped in my brain, right? Chrisean, you gave all this money to this church and to this pastor. Where is he? Where is he since you done had a new change in life and you done kind of got away from Blueface and you done got your own home and you done got a car and you have your own money? You put all this money into their hands and you worked your family up because they feel like they could have used that money. You allowed Blueface to treat you the way he was treating you and hold all your money to the point where you didn't even have a baby shower. You didn't have a gender reveal. You didn't have none of those wonderful things that these young girls and older women or people that's conceiving and bringing these wonderful children into this world have. And give or take, everybody is not into that. But Chrisean did state that she was going to have a baby shower because Jason Lee was going to help her orchestrate the baby shower.
Jason Lee.
You took all your time Yes.
Out of
Jason
all
Lee is
people,
supposedly her
out of all
friend.
people, but
Out of
I'm going to be quiet.
He's her friend.
Out of what?
Oh, she says Jason Lee is her friend and he's tight. You know, she did an interview with Jason
Can
Lee
I
too
say
that will be
something?
coming out.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Gigi.
A blogger reporter is nobody's friend.
Okay. He's doing his job.
You're a hot topic, girl. Okay? You are click in a whole view. But let's go on. I'm not here to hate. I love everyone.
She sat up there and said Jason Lee, and even Blueface reached out to Jason Lee to help orchestrate the baby shower. And Jason Lee said, wait. Why was y'all trying to get me to do the baby shower? I'm not into that. And he said, I know you're not. I just wanted you as another party to help us find other people that handle stuff like that. Because, you know, he has a name for himself and he knows people. But in the sense of that, I hope Chrisean realized that he is not her friend, because he did set up their kiki with Jaden Alexis and Blueface when they did their interview. And the things that Jaden Alexis was able to shed her light on and say her part, Chrisean, why would you even want to mess with somebody dealing with a situation that he's dealing with? And then now you're in the same predicament where you're a woman with a child, and you think that energy is not going to turn right back around on you, because that's all that happened. Jaden Alexis was 4 months pregnant, getting ready to do her gender reveal, and walked in the house and caught him being intimate with his business partner. Chrisean, what did you expect to happen out of this?
Say that again.
What did you think this man was going to do?
Can you repeat that?
I'm sorry. I was stating that Jaden Alexis was 4 months pregnant, getting ready to do her gender reveal, when she walked in the house and caught Chrisean and Blueface in a sexual act. And the whole entire time,
that is gross. That is so gross. None of them have integrity. That is so disgusting.
And her mother was there too, Gigi, and saw. And they were in the house fighting, butt naked. Well, of course, Jaden Alexis wasn't naked, but Chrisean was naked, and Blueface had penis and balls slanging everywhere, trying to break up the fight. And her mother was there to witness everything. Why did you think this man was going to give you unconditional love? Why?
He don't love himself. Where is his values?
He loves himself so much that he don't care about nobody else.
He loves that ego. He love an ego. He don't love himself. It's a difference when you're feeding your ego versus you are nurturing and you are protecting yourself. Ego and self are two different things. Ego is what I want people to think of me. That's what he loved. He loved that big old thing. But his self is trash.
I absolutely agree. He has his own pain and his own trauma that he's dealing with. But one thing about him is he's always straight. I mean, give or take, he has lied a couple of times, like in the interview when he tried to say that he did not take over all her money and she had ways to do whatever. Blueface newsflash, when I watch Glorilla sign to whatever his name is over there, when I watch Glorilla sign, she got a lump sum of money, give or take. She has to pay that back, of course, but she got a lump sum of money. She got jewelry. She ended up getting cars. She got all these things for her boss to represent her, for her to keep striving as the artist that she is. When you realize that you went to a club and Blueface got the front end and the back end, baby girl, you should have immediately left then. There's no way Blueface kept showing himself, and he kept allowing everybody else to see himself. I don't know why this girl kept thinking that if she stick beside him, I'm gonna stick beside him, that was gonna change anything, because it's not. It didn't. It just ultimately made it worse. And she stated herself, he wants me to change the baby name. He doesn't want to have anything to do with the baby. He stated himself, why would I name my baby Chrisean? Why would I name my baby Jesus? Do she not know it's not Jesus, it's Jesus? But he's an idiot because Jesus in Spanish is Jesus. But okay. He doesn't want to have nothing to do with her other baby because of this. All these things that don't even matter. But if he was Jonathan Porter Jr., that would be okay. But because he's Chrisean Jr., that's not okay. The baby did absolutely nothing for you to want to disown him. And what makes me so sick and so disgusted with us speaking on this and we all over the place with this topic is this baby is going to grow up one day to be able to see everything that's going on between him and his parents. And it saddens me to see that you will be able to see your father disowning you. I don't care if you're saying he's 1 month old, he's not going to remember this. Oh, he will remember it because it's the internet. It's never going anywhere. All these blogs that's speaking on it, whether it's live, whether it's just on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, this baby will be able to type this in and see everything.
Yeah, you're right. I just want to say I thank you so much. Feel free to always come in. Do you have a nickname that you go by on the internet?
Yes, my name is Honey Allure.
Honey Allure. I like that name, Honey Allure. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. So this is another piece of the puzzle that we must talk about. And I was telling you guys that not that I was thinking about Chris Rock, but Chrisean Rock. See, Chrisean Rock. So you understand why Chris Rock came in my head, all these rocks. And you know, Chris Rock's been in the news recently. However, Chrisean Rock's sister China is confirming that Woah Vicki paid this Black queen to drag and to talk about Kang, her baby. I'm going to play a little bit both from China, and I'm also going to play a little bit here.
The daddy don't even want the child. She don't even want the child. He don't want the child. So I might as well help him kill the child. So yeah, let's all be real.
Wow. And did you see Vicky Woah reaction? She laughs. I've never witnessed a Christian sit there and laugh at someone mocking and joking, unaliving a baby. Get real. This is sick. And has she come out to apologize? Even though if she did, would it be real? Would it have been genuine? I doubt it. But at least she came out with the effort. I don't know if she done it. Press 1 if she came out to apologize about this. Press 4 if she is quiet as a mouse. This is disgusting. And her reaction to laugh, I would think she would be upset or nose turned up and say, okay, hold on, girl. You doing too much. It's not that damn serious. It's talking about unaliving a baby. This baby have nothing to do with anything. She could even add her little mockery of God. You know, save the babies. All God love the babies. Jesus love the babies. You know her mockery she does. All she did, she showed her face at this point. At this point, Woah Vicki mask is slipped, and we got to see Woah Vicki for the woman she really is. We got to see her for the person she really is.
Hey, you want to try mine? Hell no. I don't like. I will pay her to fight me. How much they pay y'all? Good. Not enough, I'll tell you that. That's what I'm saying. Like, however much they pay her on baddies.
She's sitting up here with this girl. I will pay you, Chrisean Rock, to fight me. She says to Woah Vicki, how much are they getting paid? Vicki laughs in Chrisean's face and said, she's not getting paid enough. They're broke. They're not getting paid any money. And if that is true, then how in the hell is Chrisean Rock getting a mansion? And it makes my mind so curious. How much is Chrisean Rock getting paid? I know it's none of my business, but hell, they are putting it up for discussion. And Woah Vicky is selling it like Chrisean Rock is not getting money. She's not making money from the shows. That is her bread and butter. I know she do Fashion Nova, but everybody and their mama do Fashion Nova. Okay. People without no checks, they do Fashion Nova. Now, granted, maybe Fashion Nova gives certain different influencers different money than anybody else, but everybody is a goddamn model for Fashion Nova. Okay, so what? How much is she getting paid?
Pay her to come fight me with her ugly ass child. The daddy don't even want the child. She don't even want the child. The daddy don't want the child. So I might as well help him.
Wow. Can you imagine coming up of age? Coming up of age? And you're getting teased by people in high school or middle school. Because when you're in middle school, elementary school, let's just keep it facts. Everybody does not like you. And these kids are rude and these kids are cruel. When I was growing up, kids were cruel to other kids. Is it the same way today? I don't know. I don't know. Press 4 if when you were growing up, kids were cruel. Press 10 if every kid was such an angel. However, they're going to get a hold of this. Their parents is going to tell them, oh, yeah, Chrisean Rock. Oh, yeah, I remember her back in the day. Look at these videos. Oh, they're going to find out, oh, his ass wasn't even wanted. They're going to find out, oh, aren't you dysfunctional down there? They had your whole area on the internet and it was disformed. They're going to mock him. They're going to call him all types of deformed things. They're going to tell him you're so unwanted. Your mama didn't want you. Your daddy didn't want you. Other people didn't want you. Wow. This is what you guys are setting up for this innocent young boy. Once it hits the internet, it stays on the internet. My golly, we have no idea the world would be in a couple of years from now. Things change rapidly. We have no idea. I know when I was coming up, we didn't have social media. We didn't have it was a different world. And can you imagine in a couple of years how fast we're moving, the world that we're going to be in?
Child. So, yeah, let's all be real. Hey, you want to try mine? Hell no. I don't like. I will pay her to fight
So
me.
this is some of the audio that Chrisean's sister is speaking about, and I see the callers, and I thank you callers for being patient, and you guys feel free to call in, and please, can we get the likes up? We have over 600 people in this live, and we only have 200 likes. It's really not reflecting the views. It's not reflecting the topic that we're talking about. I need your support. I need it. I want your support. Please support me by liking, sharing, and make sure you have subscribed. And when you subscribe, I'm going to need you to hit that notification bell so you can get all notifications, okay? Because when you subscribe, that's not enough. You're not going to get the notifications. You have to hit that bell. Be intentional with the choices you make today. Okay, so let's continue on.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
This is China.
That was my
Chrisean's sister.
Y'all know I know some very, very, very important people.
I'm going to fast forward it. I'm going to fast forward it because China is taking too many pauses.
Now, I keep telling y'all, right? I keep telling y'all, people are sick. We living in a sick world. I'm talking about, look at the ones that I got and look what they trying to do to me. We living in a sick world.
Okay, China, this is not about you. Let's keep it on Vicki Woah and Chrisean baby.
Yeah, she gonna call the Pope out. She like to file charges. That's why my sister had court for her sick ass. You sitting there talking about an innocent baby. You are sick. I'm not letting that shit destroy my peace. I just want to see her. I can't wait till she beat her ass neither. But I don't even want her to do it because she on probation. She got too many sisters that I love to do it.
So she talks about she wants to see Vicky Woah or Woah Vicky. And she says that Chrisean has so many sisters that want to touch Woah Vicky just because of this clip alone.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I had to screenshot that name. China, I don't like how your daughters get. Baby, I don't give two screws about them, okay? I did my part. I tried. I did my part. I don't want to hear nothing about them ignorant clout chasing kids, okay? Nothing. Don't come on my live talking about them kids chasing clout, please.
China, please stick to the topic at hand. I'm going to fast forward it.
The same daughters y'all talking about was the same one on there talking about killing my nephew. Killing her nephew.
Okay, we're talking about something different. China, stick to the topic.
About nobody chat. Period. No, Vicky knew what she was doing. Ain't nobody great try to take up for her. She knew what the hell she was doing. Period. She paid that girl to sit there and say all that shit, knowing they will never run into my sister.
Did you hear that correctly? China, she confirms that Woah Vicky paid this black girl to say all this stuff, knowing that they would never see Chrisean rock. But China says that Chrisean's sister, she has plenty of them, would love to meet up with Woah Vicky.
Period. Oh, how much baddies pay her? I'm willing to pay her to come fight me. Bitch, you ain't even got money to get your hair done. How you gonna pay somebody to come fight you? Stop it. Right, exactly. My point. So when she do end up getting her ass whipped, I don't want to hear nobody on here talking about, oh, they wrong, how? She was just talking about killing an innocent newborn baby. Are you serious? No, let Banger keep on. I just talked to an attorney earlier for his ass. Let him keep going, because he great pay us and don't even know it. Period. What she's saying and doing. Victoria was acting innocent and tried to be the victim of the show. She always, y'all keep on. But like I said, man, God gonna get her for playing with his name. Facts. That definitely is. That's what I was saying. Y'all keep talking, coming over here talking about them damn daughters. I don't want to hear nothing about them. Nothing. Same sick people that talk about killing kids. People are sick. There's some sick people out here in this world. Tashiki should have popped her ass. I wish she would have. She sure ain't slick. Thank you, baby. Thank you. And people drag, she was a bully. Right. And they tried to drag my sister talking about she was a bully. That's why I said people be saying shit and don't even know what they saying. Wait a minute, who's saying negative?
Okay, well, I think that's enough. You guys get the gist of China. Even though China, she is completely distracted by her own chats. I think sometimes it would be better off if she would just speak her mind and just look at the chat later. However, we do have a little bit more reports, and I'm going to get to these phone lines. I just want to let you guys know this is an article that's coming out. It came out today. Chrisean Rock appears to get a Babu kitty cat tattoo. You guys know this Clear dude is a rapper she just did a song with, and the whole song is about getting back at Blueface. He wrote Chrisean Rock lyrics dissing Blueface, okay? So he wrote Chrisean Rock lyrics dissing Blueface. She said that this was his idea to make a diss Blueface song. This guy, he wants to beef with Blueface so bad in order to get more views. This guy links up with Chrisean Rock because she is the ticket into the culture. She is very popular, and it's going to help him in his business and his views. Now, with her, I think she's just thankful that an artist wants to work with her. And I think that she really appreciate him writing for her, getting her out her funk. She feels like she can use him as a weapon to make Blueface upset because Blueface tells her, oh, really? You have that clear guy talking stuff about me and you're on the track. And, you know, they do their little kick, cackle and fight, but they love that type of fighting. And then they make up at the end. So as you guys can see here, her belly, it says my boo kitty cat. Okay. Yes. So let's keep on going here. And this is where she had her tattoo, Jonathan's kitty cat. And it looks like she covered it up with my boo's kitty cat. Now, she does not say it is fake, but her fans are telling me it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it. It's so fake, it's so fake, it's so fake, it's so fake. It could be fake, I don't know. However, she wanted attention. She took photos. She put it on the internet. She knew she got a lot of haters. She know they're going to comment. So this is the energy she wants, whether it's fake or not. Okay, so I would love to know your thoughts about all of that. Okay. And we know that they do have tattoo removers where you don't have to replace a tattoo with another tattoo. She could have just got the tattoo completely removed. However, she decides to do something else. And like people are saying, her fans are saying this is a fake tattoo. So don't worry. She's not doing anything but trolling to get attention. And we want to know your thoughts about that. My thought, I felt that maybe she was doing it to distract the world and her fans from this eviction. People are going around saying that she got evicted. And did she really get evicted? People are saying, how could you get evicted if you don't own the land and you were just renting? However, people still want to know. Well, she said she was rented up for 12 months. And it's only been a month and they already have it relisted. So what's really going on here? The math is not mathing. Something is off. And Chrisean Rock is not talking about it like she normally is. If it's anything pertaining to her, she always flocked to the internet and she has a story to tell. Well, this time, maybe she's in the back doing her homework, trying to figure out what happened. Okay. And she does really not talk about Vicki Woah. I realized that. Whoa, Vicki, even though this article came out earlier today, she did not have any talking points for Whoa, Vicki. She didn't come on in video and say, hey, Whoa, Vicki. Now they're telling me that Whoa, Vicki do have Chrisean Rock in a court. So I don't know, maybe she cannot speak on this girl, court order. Maybe she just afraid to speak on this girl, court order, who knows? But it is a lot that is going on behind the scenes that we don't know. And that's why I need insiders, because somebody out here in Hollywood knows what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to Chrisean Rock, Whoa, Vicki case. Okay. When it comes to Chrisean Rock and the property and the listing, I know people know. Okay. It's just a matter of time. Now, people want to let you guys know, urge yourself, because this rapper is missing. His mom is his manager, and she says, I talk to my son all the time, and this is unlike him. When I text him, when I call him, he does pick up, but it's been so many hours and he is missing. I am concerned. She says that he went back into the hood that he struggled to get out of to do a mixtape. And I don't know if you know, but they are a theory that goes around, and they're telling that when you make it out of a hood, you stay out that hood, because once you go back into that hood, usually it's so many people that's jealous of you that you made it out. They're going to set you up and take your life. So she is fearing for her son's life. She is coming on the internet. She's letting everybody know, if you have seen him, please text her, let her know something. And you know it has to be serious. You know she has to be desperate and to do this. Okay. Now everybody looking for him. Okay. And I want to know, what do your thoughts about that as well? These are just some clips that I came across. And this is just Blueface and this girl right here. And to me, it gives fake. It's just for entertainment. They're just trying to get some views. This is business. This is not real love, what you see. This is business, what you see. This is, they're selling you something. They're selling you, hey, we like each other. We care about each other, but it's all a fake. Okay, it's just business. This is some other audios that's coming out. And they are saying that he is correcting her because she cannot get it right in the industry. She's rapping. But like I said, this is a business. He considers himself as a pimp and she is his client. And, you know, she's not a rapper, but anybody can be an entertainer, meaning that any one of you guys can get a great writer, great producer, and guess what? You can have a #1 track as well. Okay, anybody can do it.
Takes go by and you're not trying, you're not practicing, you're not.
Because I'm not remembering all this. What are you talking about? How do you expect me to remember all that? The fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, all that cussing, girl.
Why the fuck?
Okay, all they gonna say is F word, F word.
What the fuck? What?
Didn't I, what F word, F word, F word?
My checkup. Last time I checked up, my checkup.
Yes, go.
Wake up.
All right, so basically it's hours and hours and hours and hours of him trying to correct her. Okay. So I'm gonna go up to these phone calls and I want to know what you guys have to think about all this. Sexy Red, she was in the news earlier. She said that this MF and right now, thank God, she said it stank. And it says, baby, I've been working hard. My thing stank. So she's pretty much saying the harder she work, the stankier her kitty cat is. And I don't know if you guys know, but it's some men that like stank cootie cat. It is some men that don't mind that it's that time of a month. They still gonna eat it up. They don't give a damn. Okay. And maybe she is attracting those type of men. And besides, she has a baby daddy, and her baby daddy is Drake. And Drake loved this type of stuff I hear. That's his fetish. He love it to be stanking. Okay. They said when it's stanking, it's so natural. They love the natural odor of it stanking. Now, of course, that's not everybody, but you do have a few individuals that is kind of different. Remember, we are in a new age. You know, they have different things that they like in this new world. So let's go and get some phone calls. How am I doing? Am I doing okay today in my commentary? If I'm doing a great job, I love to know it. Please press that 2 and let me know. Miss Messy, you on point today. You doing all good. We like the energy. We like the flow. So please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You guys are my messy treats because you guys are messy, but at the same time, you are a treat to be around. You are a treat to have around, but you're messy. And that's why I call you all my messy treats, okay? Because y'all so messy, but it's a treat to be around your asses. So let's go on to our next caller. Calling from 513, you're live on the air.
Hello, Miss Messy. How you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. So I just wanted to comment on her being evicted. If the house got listed, the house could be listed with a tenant like presently living in it. That person could have just collected her 12 months rent and then put the house up for sale. The buyer could buy it. It could be a person who just got it as an investment property, not a person who's looking to actually live in it.
Got it. Okay, so you feel that you feel that it's possible that Chrisean Rock is still living here?
That's correct. She could be living still on the property, and the person who owns it could just sell the property. And the person who's buying it is just buying it as an investment property to add to their portfolio. It doesn't mean she has to get out because she already paid her money back. They will have to give her money back.
Got it. So she said that she's been here for over a year. She paid her rent for over a year. Is that correct?
Yeah, so That's correct. So if the person who's buying the property wants to live in that property, they would just have to give her money back. I don't believe that Chrisean is being evicted. She is on 2 different shows. She's touring. She's doing shows. She never stopped working, even while she was pregnant. It would be no reason that she would not be able to afford to get somewhere else to live. I just don't believe that and if she is being kicked out, I don't think we really should too much worry about it because I'm pretty sure she could find somewhere else to live. She'll be okay. I think she's not the best, poster child. I think she loves her child and she will not let her and her child be homeless.
Got it. Yep. I don't think she's going to allow herself to be homeless. I think that's far away from anybody's talking points. I don't think anybody in their right mind think that Chrisean is homeless one bit. I think they're criticizing her with the choices that she made to even entertain this house. They wanted her to invest smart because they're projecting, okay? They're looking at her like, what would they want their daughter to do? What would they want to do? They want to make the right decision. They see her, hey, you're just making it in this celebrity world. You don't have it all the way in the bag yet. So why don't you move smarter? They have seen so many celebrities do so many great things like buy all these houses, all these cars, and they end up not in a great financial situation. They end up in debt. And a lot of times you guys may see glamorous on the outside, but you don't know how much debt that person is in, considering the contracts. We don't know if the contracts are good that she's in or if she's in bad contracts. We know a lot of times these artists and people in reality shows are dealt a bad hand, from the City Girls to the Amigos to Cardi B in the beginning. They all, Megan Thee Stallion, they all get dealt a bad hand, and they have to go through a lot of hoops in order to really make good money. So I think people were more so criticizing her. They just wanted her to make a better, smarter move, to think about the future, than just buying or spending money on something as big as this that you're not even going to have.
I think with that being said, I agree with you, but just looking at her upbringing, where she didn't have a lot of guidance, it doesn't seem like her family has a lot of financial, they're not financially smart. They still get money from Chrisean. I know I saw a clip where she was upset that people kept asking her for money. So she's really not financial literate. So she thought he would, learn as she go. But I think she'll be all right. I don't think she's being evicted. I don't believe it. I think it's fake news, but I do agree. Maybe she could have bought her own house. But, she probably just want to stunt. She in competition with Blueface at the end of the day. That's her kid's father. They done broke up. He made her leave. She wanted to live a life.
And I don't, do you, yeah, now I do know this because this is not her house, right? And somebody, I'm looking in the comments section and it says, well, if it was their house and you were filming, acting a fool, they will evict you too. So we don't even know what type of owner she has. And I think the owner would know if he or she has evicted Chrisean Rock.
Well, how's she been acting a fool? I haven't been seeing her do anything. She hasn't been throwing parties. She hasn't been tearing up the house.
Well,
how's she acting a fool about?
I don't know. Everybody interpretation can be different, right? Some people can see, okay, we saw so many videos of her with the baby. Okay. And if people feel like she's not great with the baby and she's reckless and she's drinking and it's in his house or her house, if anything happens on that property, who is liable? Who's going to be at fault?
She is.
Who is going to get
She
sued?
will be.
No, she's renting.
She's really doesn't matter. It's her actions.
It doesn't matter
Giving
if
cause
she's
to
renting.
neglect
It's she don't
or the
own
harm
it.
to the child.
They
It
will have
wouldn't
to
be the
go.
owner.
They will have to go to the owner. If you're renting, that's not your property.
No, but if something was to happen to the baby, because that's what we're talking about,
Or anything,
be
or when people think about the future, okay, if I have an apartment and I see this guy, he's on the internet, and I'm like, oh my God, he lives a wild life. I fear the worst of the worst. I see he's not a responsible tenant. Maybe he just got a lot of money from YouTube, and I just don't want to trust that. So I'm just throwing stuff out of here, you know?
Well, I understand, but that's not the grounds to evict the person. That won't stand up in court. If a person has it, if just because you assume or you think or you're judging somebody by their lifestyle by social media, that's not appropriate. So they
It's
wouldn't
not
be able to say that only
appropriate.
if she was having parties.
Right.
Yeah, only if she was having parties, disturbing the peace, you know, doing stuff like that. She's in the comfort of her own home making live videos. She is not causing any harm to anybody but herself and her child. She's not destroying the property. So that would be appropriate grounds for them to be able to evict her.
Right. I
Like
get
said,
that. I get that. But I'm not acting slow at all. This is the real world that we live in. People dislike you for a number of reasons. And if you think they're going to, if they don't like you, they're going to find a way. Now, that might be the honest reason, but when they come in court, they're going to make it so in such a way that you don't have a choice but to get the hell out. Companies and people do this all the time.
Especially that baddie show. You're right, and I agree with you.
I know if you such and such was in my property and I feared, even though I couldn't take that fear to court, I'm going to find a way. Okay, well, I'm changing this and this is going to happen. I'm going to make your ass a living hell until your ass get out. It's always a way to make it easier or harder or to get somebody out. People do it all the time in business. People, you don't think people are currently doing that to people? You don't think people are currently discriminating against people? That's why people have so many laws and stuff.
They do it on houses.
Yeah, but they're not going to tell you straight out, hey, I don't like you because of such and such.
That's true. Well, it was good talking to you, and I'll just continue listening.
But no, I appreciate you. And just to let everybody know again, people feel that Chrisean did not get evicted. So you feel like in the next year she would be here. Do you think that she would express that she's moving? Do you think that she will talk about this? Comment, let us know. Press 1 if you feel like she will talk about this, she would discuss this, and you guys will see her moving process. Or press 4 if you feel like, you know what, she's just gonna not talk about it, like she's not talking about Woah Vicki, and she's just gonna keep moving on. Calling from 111, you're live on the air.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, so I don't even know. There's so much to unpack here. First, I want to start off with Jaden. I think she has a very dark energy. I think that Blueface and Jaden, I think that at one point they probably did like care about each other, but I think after time went on, she just, I don't know what Blueface signed into and what's going on, like, you know, as far as like what, you know, his contract is and the music industry and all of that. But definitely they are into some really, really dark stuff. I saw a YouTube video with their son. He was crying. They were going into a sneaker store. I think it was but I don't know if I want to say the name of it, but people can look it up. But this child did not want to go into that sneaker store. He was screaming for his life. And I work in social services. So I see a lot of stuff happen. I know what child abuse looks like. This little boy was fearing for his life. He was begging his parents not to be sent in that store. And all I could think about was, did somebody in that store do something to him? Did something happen to him in that store? And just to see these two still forcing, and even once they got in the store, their son was in a corner. Like, he was literally petrified of the people and adults around him. Now, I think that, I think Chrisean and I think Blueface did start to really care about each other, but the music industry is not having that. I do believe that there's something to be said about Black love, and I do think that there is a concerted effort to try to prevent Black love from happening on any scale. They are not going to make, in the public eye, Chrisean to be like victorious over Jaden. That's why when I was like watching some interviews, and this is all new to me because I just started like paying attention to this whole situation, and I started, like looking at a lot of different videos and things like that. And I see that they're really trying to push this idea of Blueface, being in love with Jaden and never caring about Chrisean. And I actually think that Jaden doesn't really care about Blueface at all. He said himself many times that she's into women, she's gay, and there's no chemistry between them. Chrisean really cares about him. I think I heard both of them say, or I think maybe Chrisean said, that they would be in a cardboard box together, like they would be broke together. And I think that people have a lot invested in Blueface. What's his name? Whack 100. A lot of people, they have a lot invested in making money, and they don't want Chrisean and Blueface together. So I think that it's just a lot going on with this whole situation that's very demonic on so many different levels. Chrisean was on a live with some woman, I can't remember her name, but I guess she was supposed to be some type of like mentor, or she was like some type of therapist or something. And the conversation was about, her telling Chrisean, what she thinks she should do and how she thinks Chrisean needs to calm down. I don't know if you know what interview I'm referring to. It's not like an interview, but it's more like they were talking and she was trying to like help Chrisean. And this woman was telling Chrisean was saying she wants to get another house that she wants to have like for a junior house where it's just for the baby, so they could do visits for the baby. And she wants to have cameras all around. Chrisean has also said many things about Blueface being gay, stuff about people touching kids, a whole lot of stuff that has come out her mouth. And I feel like Chrisean, I think she really loves him, but I think that she see that he into some stuff. And maybe, I don't know if they want to like get out of it or out of the industry or what they're signed into. But I think that it's just too much for them to handle. And I think that the woman she was on the phone with, when she was telling her plans to protect her son, was trying to talk her out of it. I feel like that industry wants them kids, and that whole MILF music and all the other stuff where he's signing women with kids. It just, to me, the whole thing sounds very, very sketchy. It's very disgusting how he has music videos with kids and with his son with women shaking their behind and counting money at a table. It is some pedophile stuff going on.
Yeah, let's say pedo for the sake of YouTube, so we can continue to get the message out.
Yes,
some words we have to shorten up and give it a nickname just for the sake to get the message out.
Yes, there are some straight pedo stuff going on, and Jaden does not care at all. I don't see anything about her caring about those kids. I don't see her. I don't see any of that. I see something with Chrisean where she does have faith in God because she's mentioning, but she's not living her life right. They in too deep. I don't know if they can get out of that situation, but they need to. And I don't know if like Blueface have to make a choice, or maybe he already made his choice. Obviously, he decides to do what he's doing. But it's a lot. And I think that Chrisean, somebody has said she has a lot of snakes around her, a lot of people, and people all working together. They all working for the same goal. People got money in the mix and investments in certain people and certain situations. And it's Chrisean Rock and Blueface is not going to win against the industry. They're not going to win. And I do feel like there's some genuine feelings between the two of them, but I don't think that they're going to be able to make that work, in a good way.
Wow. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot that you stated. Pretty much that Chrisean Rock, she wants to get saved, but the devil got his claws in her back. And Blueface is already sold out for him. That other girl is already sold out for him. So now they have created this label that is going to produce a lot of moms. And the reason why they want mothers, because they want to take the innocent babies.
I mean, even that song with Lil Mabu and Chrisean, I think it's disgusting. It's like, take the baby. Like, I just don't understand this whole thing with, well, I do understand it, but it's so disappointing. And the fact that they're like using children and all this stuff, it's just like, this world is becoming wickeder and wickeder. And I feel it's a lot of stuff going on. And I just feel like this industry they not having no Blueface and Chrisean talking about they about to be homeless together, because people got money invested in them. They need them working. They don't need them falling in love and trying to escape or do whatever they doing. It's a lot of madness. It's just a lot of madness.
And if they go to homeless, then people would not want to be like them. So they need to put this type of dysfunction on a pedestal so kids can mock it and idolize it. Because we are living in the world of idolization. They are idolizing these people like no other.
And I think another thing is they don't want, I think that they don't want the young people to follow an example of real love either, because that is going to set a precedence, because they are popular. If they were to do something on a positive level, a lot of young Black people would follow it. They would. So I think that there's an effort to prevent that from happening as well. But I feel like Chrisean, she was exactly right. She needs to, if she intends to have Blueface around her children or anything like that, she definitely should not be letting them go over to their house. She definitely needs to have her house. And I don't know why that lady was telling Chrisean, oh no, just wait, just hold off on that. You're moving too fast. Like, girl, the baby's already here. It's no such thing as moving too fast when you have a child. You got to make quick, instant decisions that's in the best interest of your child. Yes, you need cameras. Yes, you need a private home. Yes, those are the things you need right now. Because the girl was trying to tell Chrisean, well, don't worry about the house with the cameras yet. Just try to communicate with Blueface so y'all can co-parent. And I'm like, well, that's all fine and dandy. They can do that, but why can't we kill two birds with one stone? Why can't we communicate, maybe go to counseling for co-parenting, and at the same time protect your son? Make sure you got cameras in the house and you have all that stuff laid out So when the time comes, you have somewhere for him to go. You know what I mean? So
you know what?
I'm like, what kind of advice is that?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you got me questioning when you talk about co-parent. In my mind, I think co-parent is when two parents want to coexist, when two parents want to work together. It don't seem like Blueface want to have anything to do with that child. I don't get the co-parent.
Well,
It seems like one person is trying to force, huh?
Yeah, the girl that Chrisean was talking to was trying to tell her that she has to co-parent. That's what the girl was saying. Y'all need to work together. Like, not.
He already said he don't want to work.
Girl that she was talking to.
So what, she gonna force this man to do something? And that's not gonna work well. You can't force a man to do nothing.
Right. That's true. I just think, I mean, yeah, you can't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. And I think the best thing that Chrisean can do right now is turn her life over to God, because that's really the only, if she really
I thought she
cares
did
about
that.
him like
She didn't do that already?
No, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that she's not trying at all, but I wouldn't say she's completely, turned her life over, anything like that. She's still, twerking and doing this and doing that or whatever. Those are not things, she's on stage twerking and doing all this stuff. That's not something that a person that's a Christian would do.
Right, but they tell me this
That's
new
I'm
age.
not saying that people.
They tell me the new age Christians are different. Like when I was growing up, Christians would never. Christians take pride in how they dress, how they talk. Christians, when I was growing up, they purposely distanced themselves from the people of the world. You should see a day and night versus a person that's just worldly versus somebody that's living for Christ. It's a difference. Now, the new age, they have blended in so much, you can't tell a difference. You can't tell by the look, the talk, anything. It's just a blur. So that's what they're telling me.
Yeah, I feel like you still can tell, but I feel like because there's so many people that are not living their life the right way, there are some people trying though. But I think that there are so many people who are not living their life the right way that it's like outweighing the people that are. So you may see people less that are, living their life more virtuous.
Well,
but
I think it depends. I think it depends on your stomping grounds. If you are going where heathens take and participate and gather and congregate, then you're going to see a lot of heathens. If you go a lot where Christians are and people that's living and doing the work of Christ, you're going to see a lot of them. It all depends on the choices that you make.
Yeah, I agree. And then I know, like with Chrisean, she could be with everybody, all of us. Everybody has their own personal journey that they have to go on, So I'm not saying that, somebody that's twerking today might not be doing that tomorrow. I'm just going off of like what she's doing currently, that the best thing that she can do is she give her life completely over to God. If that's really what's in her heart to do, that's where she needs to go, because that's where she's going to be rich at. That's where she's going to make her money. That's where she's going to be her best at. Because all of this is not going to lead anywhere at the end of the day. I mean, to have a video out already where you're talking about the children's father and all of this stuff. I mean, someone has called in before and said, and you had said as well, this stuff lives on in the internet forever. So it's like, you can't erase it. So now she's kind of like digging a deeper hole for herself, even with that video with that guy, the Lil Mabu, she's digging a deeper hole for herself by even getting involved in that. She needs to be doing something else.
Yes, 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 yes. You know what? I would think that she's around prayer warriors, that she would pray before she decided to make a different decision, because, you know, she's not worldly. However, it does seem like she does a lot of things based on emotions. She's feel a certain way, then she wants to do X, Y, and Z. And when she talks about the blue face disc with the dude Mabu, she does not take full accountability for it. She says, well, I didn't even want to do it. It was my dude's idea. Well, I didn't write it. He wrote it. Well, I didn't want to do it. He wanted to do it. Are you doing anything you want to do? Are you just going to stay a puppet? Which one is it?
And she has to take accountability for herself. And another thing, even when I know just within this past month, I've been, you know, like reading, looking up on all this stuff. This is all like new to me. And I went to go look at some of the the Blue Girls Club episodes. Because I like to see, I more so study things than I am just there to just, you know, just be entertained, but I'm like looking at it. And I saw those girls, they all got some devil tattoos. They got some tattoos with some white man with some devil horns. All of the girls got the same tattoo. And I'm like, well, they already they got themselves involved in something real satanic right from there. You know, I don't know, you know, at what point did any of them say, well, you know what, this is like weird. Like, why am I putting a tattoo of some white man with devil horns on my body? Like, at some point, they didn't really question that or ask themselves why were they doing that?
Well, I would say in the new world, they don't see it like you see it. See, back in the old world, of course, anything like that, you know, when I was growing up, it was looked upon as a sin to get any markings on your body. Your body was taught to be the temple of God, that you don't put any tattoos, any markings. They frowned upon men wearing piercings in their ears. They didn't like men wear piercings in their ears. So, you know, this new world is different. So the girls and the guys, they don't see it as that. They see as dark stuff as being cool. They don't have that same perspective. So the meaning of it is different for them.
Yeah, and you know, I know in the Bible it says, God says, I change not. So you know, he is the same as he's always been, the Alpha and the Omega from the beginning. Well, there is no beginning. It's the Alpha and it's the Omega. And it's always is. And it was a sin to put markings and tattoos on your body in the old days. And it's a sin to put markings and tattoos on your body today. I remember when I was in school, like in high school, things have changed a lot, because when I was in high school, it was looked at as like, if you had tattoos or you had like your hair dyed or something like that, you was in a weird little group called like the Gothics, or you was called something that was like really weird. Like that was considered like, you don't want to be those people. Now everybody's getting tattoos, everybody's getting this stuff. My thing would be, if you believe in God and God does not change, so it don't matter if it was 2,000 years ago, God said, don't put tattoos and markings on your body. I would say in 2023, don't put tattoos and markings on your body and get it removed. Because there's no such thing as God thought this 1 minute and now he changed his mind. We change our mind, but God always remains the same.
I hear what you're saying, but also I would say you have to look to the leaders of Christ. You have to look at the leaders in the church. And this is what the leaders are leading the people to. The pastors do not correct. The pastors do not, coming back up in my day, when you were married, you could go to your pastor for counseling and understanding that the pastors and the men of God knew your husband. So when he was to get out of line, they will have a talking to. They will have a little straightening, as you will. However, in this new day, the pastor is afraid. He don't want to get involved. You can't call nobody. You pretty much out on your own. So, the church, it's different. This is a new world. That world is dead. That world is no longer.
But you know what? That's why people have to read themselves. Don't wait for nobody to lead you and show you something. We got Google. If you want to know something about, if somebody wants to know something about what does God think about this or what does the Bible say about that, all you got to do is type in Google, what does the Bible say about this? And it'll give you chapter and verse. So you really don't, it's really no excuse to say like, I understand though, there are people that we trust a lot of times and they lead us astray. I agree with that 100%. But I feel like this is the reason why it's so important to like have these conversations, because this is something that people do need to know. Like, listen, you don't have to follow somebody, not even your pastor or, your friend or this person or that person. Follow you look up things and research things for yourself and and learn the knowledge yourself.
So
that you don't have to depend on somebody else.
That sounds great. That sounds great if people had independent minds. But people, especially in this day and age, they're not independent thinkers. They don't think for themselves. They like to mimic and mock what everybody else is doing. If it looks cool to them, they'll do it. Whether it's religion, whatever it is. But I agree. I think that it's great to have that knowledge for yourself. If you don't know anything, to look it up, fine, do research. But a lot of people, they're lazy. They don't want to do the research. They want somebody to tell them. Okay, they don't want to learn how to work a water heater, because when you think about it, everybody's going to need a water heater if you're going to have your own house. They don't want to learn how to turn it on, how to adjust the temperature. Just tell me how to do it. Just do it yourself. Just bring this person. It's so much that we can learn, but we don't.
Yeah, well, I feel like people just need to do the research and look up things for themselves, because there's a lot of people that say they believe in God, but I think a lot of us really need to do the research and not depend on somebody to give you the information, but really start Googling. It could be any little thing. Sometimes we do things and we catch ourselves doing something. We question ourselves, was that right? Was that wrong? Sometimes all you got to do is go to Google and be like, what does the Bible say about blank? Whatever it, fill in the blank, whatever that was. And a lot of times it'll give you the answers. And so I would urge people to do that. As a way to get closer to God, because you got Chrisean on the phone with this woman, and you could tell Chrisean and Blueface, they're young. But you could tell that she's talking to this woman because she's seeking some type of wisdom or knowledge from this woman. And she's got more sense than the woman, because Chrisean is on go. She's very like quick, like with how she like sees things. She is very emotional. She's a Pisces. So she picks up on things really quickly. And, she's talking about protecting her son. And this woman's telling her, wait, don't protect your son yet. Try to work on co-parenting. Like, and I'm just looking like my heart is breaking for her, because I'm like, she's really trying to coerce her. And she was doing it so subtle that it was hard to detect. But I'm like, why is this woman on here trying to convince this girl not to do the smartest idea that she came up with, which is to have cameras in a home if she's going to have her children's father and whatever. She's been talking about the stuff that they into, and yet and still she's trying to protect her son. So I don't understand why anyone would be against that.
Yeah. You know, people have their own personal beliefs, and it seemed like she just she had to stick to her teachings to Chrisean rock. You know, it seemed like she had her own teaching and practicing. And I just want to say I thank you for calling, but I did want to take on one thing before you go. And did you guys know in certain places back in the day, it was blasphemy for people to do their own research and for people to read the Bible? I was reading on some things happened in the past where before the Bible was out for everybody to consume, that they believe that you have to be, I guess, you know, some type of special in order to interpretate the Bible, you know, because they felt that the Bible in the hands of anybody, it could be misinterpreted, and that can cause for even more harm. And that's why some people have pastors, because they may not have the gift to interpret it themselves, so they need that help. And sometimes people just don't understand exactly what they're reading. But I just want to say thank you so much. I'm going to let her go. Let's go on to our next caller, calling from 317. You're live on the air.
Hi, Miss Gigi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. I just wanted to say I don't think Chrisean is being evicted.
Tell us more.
As that one caller was saying, you know, the owner can put the house up for sale and still have somebody living there. And they can tell, like if somebody wants to buy it, they can tell them in 12 months or however many months she has left, you know, the house will be available or whatever. That doesn't mean she's being evicted just because they see the house up for sale. I think people are kind of jumping to conclusions on that.
Yeah, they are. You know, once they find this out, you know, you have people that dislike her. And, you know, some people, it's not that they dislike her, but we're working in gossip and blogs and rumors. So they're going to slap it on there and they're going to drive it home because it gets views. It's more exciting. So that is the world that we live in.
Unfortunately. It's like they're waiting for something bad to happen or something.
Yeah. They're waiting.
You know, she could have told them, well, you know, I just want to live here for about a year, you know, fill out the area or whatever, because that, after all, that is her first house in LA, right?
I'm not sure.
That
I
she's
think
had
so.
on her own.
Yeah.
So she could have just told them she wanted to rent it out for a year. I mean, regardless to whatever, it's still hers. She paid for it, and she paid for it for a whole year.
Yeah. Well, I guess people know now that she's renting. Some people had this idea that she actually owned that house, that she actually bought that house. But, you know, we know now, and they said that she even told people she was renting. But I guess you have to remember this too. When blogs get things, sometimes they can word it a way where it may seem like this is her house. You understand? So you have some people that may have that mindset that this was her house until they seen this. And they're like, what? I didn't know, you know? So sometimes, even though she already told, some people it's just going to be, they're going to give it, you know, they're going to eat it up. It's entertainment.
But did she ever say that she was renting? Because I don't remember her saying that. I just heard her saying, look at my $2 million house, $2.6 million house. And she was talking about how much she liked it. You know, I don't feel like it's anybody's business whether she was buying or renting.
Yeah, a lot of things that she put out here is nobody business, but what is her brand? Her brand is she always put her business out here. Too much of her business, that she's always telling her fans everything about her. So when you don't tell, it feels like you're hiding something because you tell anytime else, you know. So some people have that perception of it.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are saying that she tell everything else. Why she didn't tell that? But you know, that kind of reminds me of Cardi B, because Cardi B, she used to kind of do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, she used to be on Instagram all the time,
telling her business, and she
just
still goes through the same thing. Cardi B, just the other day, she was talking about how she want to take herself out of here because fans did not like her music. So they go through it, but they have to be accountable because they put their business out here to be consumed by their enemy. You're telling your enemy
right, 'cause
everything.
everybody's listening.
Your enemy is going to
Yep.
listen, especially the people that hate you the most is going to be the first one that's tuning in. You know that.
Oh yes, no doubt. And then they're gonna say, "Okay, let me find where the weak spot is," and then they hit it like it's a target.
That's their job.
Yeah, and I just wanted to elaborate a little bit on the Woah Vicki situation. Did she want a pumpkin head like right before Halloween or what?
Tell it.
Because you know when you messing with somebody's kids, saying things about somebody's kids, she know that's off limits.
Mm-hmm. But how could you tell? How could you tell? Whoa, Vicky, what's off limits? You would think her saying the N-word or her doing a lot of things that she done in the past, you would say that's off limit. But guess what? She have done it, and the black people, they love her, they embrace her, they congratulate her, they give her a cookie and a pat on the back. So why would she think anything else is off limits for her? You guys gave her a pass.
Oh, I didn't give her shit. Ooh,
you know what I mean.
Excuse me.
You know what I mean.
No, I didn't give her none of that because I didn't even know who she was until I seen her on the show. So, and then I started watching a few videos from years ago, and she was being fake then to me also.
Uh-huh. But she's making that money.
But you know what? Like I said on a couple of other lives that you had previously, that I just felt like she was phony anyway, because she didn't even look right in Baddies East. She just looked like an oddball. It's like they threw her a storyline to make Chrisean mad or whatever. Well, like some of Blueface tweets, you know, that's how we gonna stir the pot up. Then they throw her in there, and then she look like she's scared to death. I mean, come on.
Why would she want to go there in the first place? I mean, I would want to keep my peace. But
I mean, and if I was gonna go and I called myself a Christian, I would tell them, could y'all come up with a better storyline for me? Because to me, like I said before,
that's
I feel
foolishness.
like that's
That's so foolishness. That's like going to the pits of hell and asking the devil, "Can I participate in your party?"
Okay.
You're supposed to distance yourself. People
know
gotta
she
know the
shouldn't been-
difference. When you blur the lines, we don't know the difference. Well, Vicky is the same to me as any other of these Bad Girls Club. What's the difference? They act the same,
And
look
what
the
will
same,
make
talk the same, dress the same. Ain't no difference.
But she's the only one sitting up there talking about Jesus love you, but you having fun watching the fights though.
Girl, they all talk about Jesus. Ain't no difference.
Yeah, but you know what? When it comes to the baby, though, they should have left him out of it. He don't even have anything to do with this.
Clearly, they don't care.
No, I guess not. So
you know they don't care.
Sounds like
The spirit,
this,
their
pumpkin head before Halloween.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Her Christian spirit didn't detect and say, you know what, this not right. The spirit of discernment was not on her to say, you know what, I don't feel good about this. We're not moving in the way I was taught in the Christ life to move, talking about unaliving somebody's child.
Right.
But they don't
Look,
care.
how did Brandy say, angel in disguise she was? There you go. That part.
Girl, I think Brandy I like that song too, but I would not describe Woah Vicki as an angel in disguise.
That's
Still, I love her, the
like
angel in disguise she was. Sing that song. I can't hide, I fell for her until she broke my heart that day and left me in the rain. But still, I thought that was familiar, the way she looked in her eyes. I see the lust. You can't deny it's more than that, than what you say. 'Cause in your sleep, you call her name. You say she's just a friend. I knew right then, 'cause the rain began. Oh, the God she was.
Yeah, that's cold, ain't it? Yeah, that's a cold
Girl,
cut
why
right
you
there.
ain't singing? That's your song.
Angel in the sky she was. Get out of here, whoa, Vicky.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this short out because I know you want to talk to somebody else. But you know what? I want to also tell you, you hit the nail on the head when you were talking about Blueface and his ego.
Yeah, you can mention
You know that ego can be.
You said what?
Go ahead.
No, you said the ego can what?
It can be a terrible thing.
Well, people idolize it. They can idolize your self-ego. That's what you see on social media. All you see is egos. You don't see real people. All of ego. Pride.
Yeah.
Ego and pride.
Unfortunately.
And people idolize these egos and this pride. They idolize it.
Yeah.
But
he acts like he's so happy.
You said what?
Go ahead. He acts like he's so happy, but if you really think about it, I don't even think he's actually met his true love.
I don't think he'll ever probably find a true love. That's not going to happen to him. You know, it's not in everybody's cards, unfortunately. Everybody is not going to have a fairy tale romance. A lot of people don't. A lot of people that's even married is not in a romantic, loving relationship, and they will never see that. So that's how life is.
Some people just need to have a body there, but I'd like more than just a body.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thank you so much. I enjoyed talking to you. We're going to let you go at this moment. All right. Well, you guys, I have enjoyed you guys once again. Like I say, always, it is such a treat hanging out with you messy individuals. Okay. So I'm going to leave on this note, and please like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. DJ, where are you? Where are you, DJ? Okay. Hey.